Hey guys, I'm gonna be completely honest, I think Western AAA gaming is kind of cooked. Now, obviously that doesn't mean gaming is dead or anything like that, but Western AAA gaming is definitely in a rough state. Thank God we have great indie studios like New Blood to look forward to their games, and so many Japanese studios. We even get to see games from talented studios in places like Russia, Korea, and China, which is awesome. Because honestly, if the only games that could be made were AAA Western games, I think gaming would be in the casket with King Tut at this point. The amount of just garbage that comes from the Western AAA side of things is insane. There is so much slop. Now, sometimes you'll see a gem like Doom Eternal, the game I'm playing in the background, come out of a Western studio, but it's like a gem in a sea of shit. You just gotta take a shovel and shovel through all the feces to find a game like Doom Eternal, which is insane because 15 years ago, AAA studios dropped heat. But why do I bring that up? Because today we have another failure to add to the pile of AAA failures from Western studios this year. Today we are of course talking about Unknown 9 Awakening. Now the 9 in Unknown 9 Awakening can stand for two different things. It can stand for the player count a week after launch, or the frame rate, because of course this uses Unreal Engine 5. Or as I like to call the engine, Stutter Engine 5. I guess Epic makes too much money to care about the shader stutters and traversal stutters in their engine, so they just don't bother to fix it. But there are a lot of reasons that this game failed. It failed so hard that they can't even give it away, because people don't want it. Now, obviously, one of the biggest reasons that this game failed is because it had involvement with SPI, a very controversial company. And as if the company being controversial wasn't enough, it's the same company that says, like, they openly hate you. I'm not gonna give a cent to a company that comes out and openly talks shit about my identity, and I'm especially not gonna give any money to a company that fantasizes about me, let's just say, being opened like a Christmas present. I mean, in all honesty, when I first saw that tweet, it's something I imagined Jeffrey Dahmer would come out and say. I mean, in all honesty, what kind of psychopath thinks of these sort of things and tweets them out nonetheless? While the involvement with this company definitely hurt the game, there's a lot more wrong with it. But let's go to SteamDB, or Steam Database, and see how many concurrent players there are on this big AAA game. Which, by the way, this game was published by fucking Bandai Namco. In all honesty, I could end the video here. Look how bad this is. Not even 100 players. You're not even in the triple digits. The 24-hour peak is not even 300. The all-time peak is not even 300. Flop. But once you get to the reviews, it gets even worse, because Dustborn had like 60-something% positive reviews. Unknown 9 Awakening? 20-something. The game has mostly negative reviews, with only 23.8% positive reviews. That might drop below 20%. Only 34 positive reviews. And 76.2% negative reviews. That is abysmal. But let's actually check and see what people are saying about it. Guys, I would like you to know that I'm not even sorting by negative comments here. These are the most helpful comments. You know that, what is that Playboy Cardi album? Whole Lotta Red? It's literally this comment section. There's nobody who has anything positive to say about this game. Everybody is just taking a oh wait, hold on, there's one guy. I'm just gonna go ahead and do my duties as a man and give this guy a nice award for his positive review. There you go. But I decided to be fair in this video, and we'll actually go ahead and check out some of these reviews and see what the problems are with this game, because I'm a fair guy, right? This guy says, if you ever wondered what it would be like to play a game that feels like a nostalgic trip back to 2005 while simultaneously running so much worse than Space Marine 2, which is supposed to be an AMD sponsored title, then Unknown 9 Awakening is your ticket to disappointment. Bad performance for me is enough to turn me away from a good game. forget a bad game. I was able to deal with it in Space Marine 2 on PS5 because I think the game was genuinely that good, performance aside, but like bad performance is a killer for me for a lot of games. It's gotten so bad that I just completely avoid UE5 games, and of course this game uses that engine. Visually, the game looks like it time traveled from the era of the original Space Marine 1. It's like they took the graphics engine from a decade ago, dusted it off, and slapped on some new textures that still manage to look outdated. The performance? Let's just say I've seen smoother gameplay on a potato. You see the FPS at 85, which by the way, this game locks the frame rate to 85 for whatever reason, but the 1% lows at 10. You can thank UE5 for that one. Frame rates drop more often than my hopes for this game, making combat feel like an awkward dance where nobody knows the steps. Now, let's talk about the character, or rather, let's talk about their lack of character. The facial animations are so lifeless that it feels like I'm interacting with mannequins. The character's eyes just stare straight ahead, giving me the distinct impression that they're plotting something sinister, or maybe they're just as bored as I am. In summary, Unknown 9 Awakening is an experience that leaves you questioning your life choices. It's a game that aspires to be ambitious but ends up feeling like a relic of the past. One you'd rather forget. If you're looking for something fresh and engaging, keep scrolling past this one. Save your time and sanity. There are better ways to spend your gaming hours than staring into the void of this game's soulless eyes. I mean, I'm kinda disappointed by that review. You know why? Because he didn't bring up all the bugs in the game. I watched the official Bandai Namco livestream of the devs playing the game, and they literally had a guy float towards him on one foot. The literal devs were streaming the game falling apart. This guy says if you have the chance to redeem this game from purchasing a new AMD product, do yourself a favor and don't. You know how bad something has to be for somebody who gets it for free to leave a negative review? That means your game sucks. Usually when someone gets something for free, they're a lot easier on the quality of that product, but even those people can't even be positive about this slop. This guy says, got the game free for my R9 7900X purchase. Expectation. Gonna crank all the settings to the highest option possible. Let's go. Reality, we back to 2005, boys. Laugh my ass off. Where to refund? Not the money, but for the 41 minutes I wasted. You know it's bad when someone didn't even spend a full hour in the game, but they still want a refund for that precious less than an hour they spent on the game. This guy says, too many bugs to even complete the tutorial. Hopefully the only people who are playing this got it for free because everything is trash. And I believe this guy. It says 0.8 hours, which is around 40 minutes, so I believe this guy couldn't beat the tutorial due to bugs. This guy says, the game does not have a single redeeming quality. It runs terribly while looking like complete ass. The controls are absolutely horrendous. I have never experienced such a floaty camera before. The combat is mind-numbingly boring. Simple and repetitive. The story is awful, and the voice acting is cringe. And why does the main character look so hideous? Another guy here just straight up says, it's slop. And I mean, he's 100% right. This is the definition of slop. In fact, let's go over the definition of slop. It's low effort content put out just to make money. And I mean, is that not what this game is? In fact, now that I think about it, I don't think this is going to be making much money. We got a fanboy here who says, no idea why a whole lot of, and he censored his own comment or something, are hating on this game. It is a good game with nice visuals and gameplay. Holy shit, this guy's illiterate. Enjoying it, gives a bit of those old AC Gains vibes, another spelling mistake. Dude, no, I have the old Assassin's Creed games. This is nowhere near them. Hating on a game just because it got a female lead is just pathetic. Then how come people aren't hating on The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom? How come people aren't hating on the Metroid games? Is it because possibly those games just have a naturally diverse character and didn't take any advice from a consultancy company that wants to see you opened like a Christmas present? You realize these consultancy companies actually charge millions of dollars, right? And those millions could have went towards the performance. Also, I'd like to see a source that people are just hating because it's a female character. Who am I kidding?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
This guy's just getting a clown for his lack of understanding. How much do you want to bet this guy's just rage baiting and I gave him exactly what he wanted? Alright, let's go to YouTube and see what people are saying about the official livestream that the devs did on day 1 of this game's release, where they just played the game. Wow, that's not a very good like to dislike ratio, I'm not gonna lie. Where are the hell demons and the chainsaws and the fireballs and the giant swords and all the cool stuff games are supposed to have? This guy got almost 250k subs. This guy just straight up says not buying this trash, and I mean I can't blame him. Dark Souls profile picture, based. It puts the fries in the bag or it gets the hose again. This guy points out how he thinks the combat system looks unique, and somebody comments, I saw this combat system over 20 years ago. Yeah, there's nothing unique about this game's combat. This guy points out the hatred from the people who made the game. Well, technically it's the people who consulted the game, but, you know, very similar. But basically, I don't even have that much else to say. This shit flopped, and it's pretty much everything wrong with modern gaming. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video, and I am looking forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments. Alright, I'm out.